Hey guys, so welcome to today. It's day 6, I guess it's tonight. So I'm going to say you will want to be on your mat to start off with, or even just on your floor, because we are going to do down dog, 3-legged dog, and we are going to do a standing forward fold, but then you can transition onto your bed if you really like. So let's get started in Shavasana. Nice calm, nice relaxed tone here. Just gonna lie down, palms facing out, and just let your breath come however is natural for you. Just taking note of it mentally as it comes in and out. Just notice your thoughts here. It's the only time that we're going to acknowledge our thoughts. Just notice if you're a little stressed or thinking about anything particular, forethinking, I guess. Thinking of the next day or what is to come. Maybe you're worrying about something that's already happened. That's okay. Or maybe you're worried about the right now of, will you have a good night's sleep? That's okay, just breathe. Focus your mind in on those thoughts for one last breath here. And then I want you to imagine shoving those thoughts out, whether it's putting them in a box, closing a door, locking them in a safe. Just pushing all those thoughts out of your mind. Just letting your mind be very present here in the moment. Enjoying this corpse pose or Shavasana. And let's bring our thoughts just how you're physically feeling. Just, sometimes when I lie down I just feel my back kind of a little release. Maybe something's a little tight or sore from today. Just take note of that, and hopefully we're going to stretch it out and relax it. Just give me one more breath here. Just letting your thoughts focusing in on the poses today and what I'm saying and the cues, and just really let that be your mind's focus. When you're ready, we're going to inhale. Just lift the left arm up overhead. We're going to roll onto the left side body, cradling the head with the bicep. I'm just going to bring my right palm just in front of me here. Just making a little connection with the earth. I'm going to press through that right hand and come up into my tabletop position here just for a second. Aligning our backs. Maybe just focusing on pressing each finger one tip at a time into the mat. Lengthening out from crown to tailbone. Just one more breath, just like this. And curl the toes under and lift the hips. And we're just going to start in a nice downward dog. So this can be a lazy dog with bent knees. You can walk the dog out, or maybe you're feeling good about your flexibility right now. You're just going to straighten your legs, pull the heels down, whatever you choose. Know that that's your choice, and there's nothing wrong with that. Good, just one more breath here. And then find stillness with me. And when you inhale, let's lift the right leg up. We're going to bend the knee and open up the hip. Like I'm trying to kick that right hip, or that right glute, left glute, sorry. It's past my bedtime, clearly. This is a nice tail of the dog, really opening up that leg. And I see a lot of dogs kind of falling down. Really lift up, pressing down through that left heel. Just one more breath here. And I'm going to pull my right knee in through plank down to the right wrist. I'm going to swish that left foot, or right foot over to the left wrist. We're having a struggle today. And I'm going to walk my left leg back maybe just a bit. I'm going to settle into pigeon here, releasing the back foot. Now, yogi's choice, again, you can stay up here, but because it is nice, a little nighttime yoga, you may want to come to your forearms, or maybe stack wrists, or maybe you can bring that forehead all the way to the ground. And to keep with the lulling of our bedtime yoga, you can just rock those hips a little, not quite side to side or forward and back, but kind of on that angle. Whatever feels good to you. Again, even if you can bring your forehead to the mat, you don't have to go as deep as you normally would. It's a pretty gentle, nice little stretch here. Good. Let's just settle in. Just give me one big slow breath. Forcefully in. Nice big exhale. Wherever you are, we're going to walk ourselves up onto our hands. Press up through those shoulders. Lift the chin. Just for a breath. Then we're going to curl the left toes under. Lift the hips. Step back. Downward facing dog. Just find a nice dog here. Again, you can have the knees soft. If your hamstrings are really tight, that's okay if they are. Just another breath here. We're going to do tail the dog on the left side. So as you inhale, lift the left leg up, bend the knee, and kick that left foot over to the right glute. Still trying to press evenly into both hands. Lifting that knee to the sky. Keeping those right toes pointing forward with the heel pointing behind. Just one more breath here. Nice little click. As Ryan would say, floppy dog. And inhale, pull the knee through plank down to the left wrist. Slide the foot under, nice and gentle. It doesn't have to be super deep. We're going to walk that back knee back. And again, you can choose your pigeon. One side may be tighter than the other, so feel free to listen to your body coming down to forearms, forehead, staying upright. Just take a breath here. And I encourage you to add that little rocking if that's accessible for you. Remember, if anything causes any pain, we just let that go. You'll always come out of the stretch a little bit if you need it. Just letting your mind focus here on the breath or the motion, whatever serves you, whatever lulls you the most. And then I'm just going to find some stillness just for one breath. If there's any place that's particularly sore, but you don't have to. And then we're all going to bring ourselves back up onto our hands, press through the shoulders, lift the chin. Just take a nice big breath here. Nice little exhale. And I'm going to curl the right toes under, step myself back, downward facing dog. Nice big breath here. Then I'm going to walk my feet to my hands. It's okay, you can bend the knees. We're just going to crouch down here. A nice little crouch pose. Give yourself a little hug side to side. Then I'm going to drop the heels as I come into a nice standing forward fold, letting the head hang. And here I'm going to clasp my hands, but leaving the thumbs out so I can place it just gently on the base of my skull, letting the thumbs come to either side of my neck. You've guessed it. We're going in for a nice little massage at the back part of either side of the neck with those thumbs, maybe drawing some circles or rubbing back and forth. If you've got a tight tension spot, you can even just press right into it. If you want, you can try and straighten your legs out just a little more here, but you don't have to. Remember, everything's your choice today. And I'm going to release my hands. And just walk my feet just into a plank. Quickly drop the knees. Low plank. Then exhale, lower yourself all the way to the ground. Then I'm just going to come up onto my forearms. And I'm actually going to slide my forearms a little bit, my elbows are a little bit in front of the shoulders. We're going into a nice dragonfly with our arms. So I'm going to flip the right palm up. And I'm just going to slide it right underneath my left armpit, reaching as far underneath as I can, but still keeping the palm up. Putting the weight in that arm so I can bring the left arm into an opposite kind of T position. Now you've got a nice little cross here. You can rock on the toes and push yourself a little more on top of your arms if you want. You don't have to. This is quite intense. And you can either let your head hang or your forehead reaches the ground. That is a nice, easy, relaxing pose as well. This is a pretty intense stretch if you've never done it before. So you can always come out of the pose early if you'd like. Give those shoulders a little roll. Because we are going to have to do the other side. Just one more breath here. I'm just going to lift the left arm back into place, unslide the right so my elbows are still in front. This time I'm going to flip the left palms up. Slide it right underneath that shoulder, reaching as far as I can away from me, putting the weight in the left forearm so I can bring my right arm opposite direction, nice T position. Again, you can choose to rock on your toes to bring your weight right over those shoulders, or you can stay up. A little pressure goes a long way here. That's it, just breathe. Make any micro adjustments you have to. It's okay if the shoulders are naturally going to shrug up here because of this crossing motion, and that's okay in this pose. Probably one of the only times it is. That's it. Let's take one more big slow breath here. And I'm going to bring the right arm back up, uncross the left. I'm just going to bend through my knees and bring the knees mat width apart. Send the hips back into a nice wide child's pose. Dropping the forehead to the mat here. Just one more breath. And then we're going to go a little side to side in our child's. I'm going to lift my forward off the mat. I'm going to take a nice big inhale here. And as I exhale, I'm going to walk both my hands over to the right side. Really stretching out that left arm, reaching over. And a little side bend on the right as you stretch out the left side. Letting the hands, especially that right hand, come wherever feels comfortable for you to support your body. And if your forehead can come to the ground, feel free to do so as an option. The last breath here. Good. As we inhale, we're going to walk ourselves back through center, and as we exhale, we're going to walk ourselves over to the left, this time reaching that right arm out over and to the left. Again, letting the left hand come where it's comfortable, letting your torso twist with you, maybe letting that forehead aim to reach for the ground. Feeling this right through that right side, all the way from the armpit down to the hip. Maybe walking your fingers a little farther away if you can. Nice lateral stretch here. Last breath. Good. Let's walk our hands back through center. Just walk your hands up just for a second here. If you're not comfortable on your knees, you can just move onto your stomach quickly. Then I'm going to walk myself back forward, bring the knees underneath me, send the hips forward for a nice half plank, and I'm going to lower all the way down to the ground. I'm going to bring my left ear to the mat. We're just going to do a kind of small half bow, nice little quad hip flexor stretch. So I'm going to bend the right foot, and I'm going to try and grab the right ankle. If you can't grab the ankle, you can grab the foot, whatever is nice and comfortable. So tonight, this may be enough of a stretch for you. If you want, you can start to kick into your foot and lift that quad up off the mat, making sure it's not splaying out. Just a little deeper stretch. Last breath, just a quick little stretch here. And release. Release the ankle. Let's bring the right ear to the mat. So we're looking to the left. So I'm going to bend the left foot. If you can grab the ankle with the left hand, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, grab wherever you can, even if you have to come up a little bit. Good. So you can stay here, making sure the knees stay in line with the hips. Or you can start kicking up into that hand, lifting the quad up off the mat, getting a little deeper into that hip flexor. Good. Last breath. And release. I just place my hands on my shoulders. Just inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, baby cobra. And as I exhale, I'm going to press myself onto my back. We're almost done, so if you want to get cozy in your bed, now's the time. I'm just going to bend my feet, or bend my knees so my feet are touching the ground here, just for a few breaths. And let's give our toes a nice little wiggle. I like to do kind of what I think of as a wave. I lift all my toes up and then I put the pinkies down, then what I guess would be the ring finger, middle, pointer, index. Do little waves with them. Good. I'm going to inhale, hopefully we're all ready, lifting my legs up to this nice tabletop position, knees above hips. Bring your arms up to a nice T position. Big inhale here. And as I exhale, I'm going to let my knees fall all the way towards the left, letting my hips lift up. And if you want to go deeper, you can reach over the right arm. Look over to the right arm. And just know if this is too hard for you, you can always use your left arm. So lift those legs up a little bit, but we want to try and keep those 90-90 angles in the hips and knees. Breathing here right through the spine, slowing the breath down, knowing this is our last pose. Letting the body start to unwind and relax deeper and deeper. When you're ready, I know we're going to use our core, so engage it, suck it in just a little bit. So inhale, let's bring the knees back up through center. Adjust your spine if you're a little off center. And then you can let the knees fall over towards the right side this time. Again, if you want, your gaze can come to the left, or your fake gaze. You can definitely have your eyes closed here as we're readying ourselves for sleep, or especially if you have a light overhead. That's it. Again, support your legs if you need to. Always feel this nice deep twist. Just last big, slow, deep breath here. Make it a nice deep breath. And then keeping the core engaged. We're gonna inhale, lift the legs up. We're going to plant the feet on the mat and walk them all the way to our Shavasana. I'm going to just flip my palms up. Now they're in this nice T position. Let's keep them here if you've got the space. Otherwise you can bring them down by your side. Just readjust your shoulders, making sure they're not shrugging up, but they're still comfortable. Adjusting your hips, just analyzing slightly your spine here. Does it feel nice and straight? Does it feel nice and long? Just do what you have to do here to make yourself feel nice and straight through the spine. Tip of the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. As you're lying here, hopefully a little relaxed. Finding yourself just focusing in on how the body's feeling, good or bad. We're not judging those feelings. Now, if you're feeling a little more relaxed, that's good, yes. If you have pain anywhere, see if you can just adjust yourself to fix it. Obviously, if you have chronic pain, that's not going to happen, but do what you can to make yourself the most comfortable right here, right now. Whether it's propping your legs up with a pillow, or covering yourself up if you're cold. This is a great place to be right now. Breathing in and out. Letting the calmness wash over you. Knowing that the only thing you have to do right now is Just close your eyes and fall asleep, knowing that sleep is one of the most important things you can do for your body, one of the best self-care practices to help renew everything, your energies, your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul. I want you to take just one big, deep, deep, slow breath, your biggest you can do. Completely fill your lungs with air. And just pause at the top there, completely full. And then slowly, slowly, when you're ready, exhale everything. Nice, slow, little. Breathing out everything until you have to forcefully exhale so there's nothing left. And you can let your breath return to normal here. Let's all bring our hands to heart center prayer. You adjust your shoulders if you have to. Thanking yourself for showing up on your mat / bed today for this bedtime practice. Knowing that stretches help release the body, the mind's tension. So, even if your mind doesn't know it yet, tell yourself relax and breathe. Thank you for sharing in your energies with me and your fellow yogis. From light of me to light of me. Namaste. Now, as always, this isn't your final resting place. Please move slow, move gentle as you get ready for bed. Otherwise, have a good night and have a great, restful sleep.